Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and what a night we have in store for you here tonight, live here in Birmingham, Alabama. And what a match we have in store to kick you off here is Legado del Fantasma, Angel, and Berto make their way down to the ring. Now tonight, not only do we have the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring semi-final matches tonight, but also tonight we kick off with the World Tag Team Championships going from being vacated to now being crowned. There will be 4 tag teams in this match. It is a 4-way tornado tag elimination matchup. Until we get the very last team or competitor representing that team, they will walk out the new World Tag Team Champions. And right now for those teams, you got right there Legado del Fantasma. You're also going to see this team right here, Awesome Truth, R-Truth, and The Miz making their way down the ring, as well as the Street Profits, as well as the Vision. And certainly Miz and R-Truth, they go way back, and certainly when you think of The Miz, Miz is an interesting character just in the terms of he's been a part of multiple tag teams throughout the years, kind of has gone by himself as well, but hey, you know, going back to that tag team division, teaming up with a man like R-Truth that, you know, he kind of floats his own boat essentially, kind of doing his own thing. So if you add him to that list and a part of this tag team, you know, they very well could walk out with the World Tag Team Champions. As there is the Maverick, Logan Paul. He's got his prime energy drink. He is ready to go. He represents the Vision. He is one heck of an athlete. And certainly, maybe 2026 could be his year. You just never know what Logan Paul can pull out. He's very athletic. He's been in WWE for a couple years now, and we've seen the potential so far from this superstar. And obviously for Seth Rollins to pick him to join the Vision, I mean, obviously Seth Rollins must see something with the Oracle Paul Heyman. They must see something in Logan Paul. And this guy, obviously, he's cocky as hell. And if you guys remember when part of the series, when Logan Paul actually came in, Miz was the one that took him under his wing. Everything comes full circle now. Kind of Logan Paul's trajectory is kind of going up, and Miz kind of staying the same, if not going lower. But all that could change tonight if, you know, Miz is able to win the World Tag Team Championships, or hey, Logan Paul's trajectory will continue to go up if him and Austin Theory can walk out the new World Tag Team Champions. It's going to be so tough in this matchup. A fatal 4-way tornado tag team elimination match. Anything goes. There's going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. There's going to be a lot of weapons used. You name it. A part of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. For Austin Theory, coming out of NXT Stand and Deliver, losing that 2 out of 3 falls matchup, 2 falls in a row to Grayson Waller. You know, you would think he would be kind of going kind of a reset for him essentially, but Theory, you know, he got targeted by Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, and well, the rest is history right now. But now he has to prove himself. Even more pressure is Austin Theory. And we're gonna see how he fares tonight. Especially when he's gonna have 6 other dudes trying to beat him up and trying to eliminate him. He's gonna have to go through hell and back tonight. And if I understand this elimination matchup, it's like a tag team match we've had before, where let's say Theory were to eliminate Berto from Legado del Fantasma, Angel would still be a part of this matchup. So obviously, as far as I'm aware, that's how it's going to be going tonight. But anything can change along the way. But this is going to be a very interesting tag team matchup. And you get a little bit of everything. Certainly some tag teams that are looking to prove themselves. They haven't been in a tag team this long. Or the next team that comes out is probably the longest tenured tag team here in WWE, and that being the Straight Profits. At least when I say longest tenured tag team, it's actually in this matchup, not in all of WWE, but certainly Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the potential is there. They just have not been able to win a championship yet. But could tonight be their night? Could it be the Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins show here tonight live on Monday Night Raw? Could you imagine how that be? Especially for Montez Ford. I mean, this man and his family, Bianca Belair, his wife, she's already carrying 2 championships. Imagine adding a 3rd championship to the family and Montez Ford bringing home some tag team gold. But at the end of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, that tag team, whoever that may be, will have earned those tag team championships. The Dudley Boys ran roughshod over this tag team division for a very long time until it came to light that they were secretly signed to TNA. They ended up leaving Monday Night Raw, and now the Monday Night Raw division has to figure out what they're going to do. Adam Pearce is saying, hey, we're going to have it live tonight. We're going to have it here on Monday Night Raw. We're not going to wait. We're not going to wait until Night of Champions. We're going to do it here on Monday Night Raw. And I love that decision. He wants to figure out now. He doesn't want to have these guys wait. He wants these tag teams to be able to be confident and be like, hey, you know what? I should be that tag team. As it is for those World Tag Team Championships. And here we go. Anything goes in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Who is walking out with the new World Tag Team Championships? Theory and Truth go back and forth. Logan Paul going for an early pin, and so is The Miz. But this matchup is going to be a long one. I'm talking about long matches tonight. Like we said, we got the King and Queen of the Ring semifinals matches. We also have a #1 contendership match where the winner of that matchup will go on to face the World Heavyweight Champion LA Knight at Night of Champions. Tonight, in the main event, it will be Seth frickin' Rollins taking on Brock Lesnar. And this right now will be the first matchup, the first time they really go at each other since WrestleMania, when at WrestleMania it was a triple threat match. Roman, Seth, Brock. And Seth Rollins lost via a spear to Roman Reigns, but after the matchup, the vision would be executed. You would see the likes of Braun Breaker taking out Roman Reigns. You'd see Bronson Reed taking out Brock Lesnar. So certainly there's a lot going on there, ladies and gentlemen. And for this moment, certainly you'd expect Brock to take out frustration, especially that vision being debuted at the end of that matchup at WrestleMania. As the referee is inadvertently knocked out, but there is no disqualifications, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously, referee he may be down and out forever, as there's big nice suplex there. That's a stall suplex there, but right now this matchup is going to be very difficult to call, especially with all the stuff going on right in the middle of this ring at this moment. But all hell has broken loose for sure, and I'd hate to be the first one eliminated in this matchup, because obviously it puts your tag team partner at a disadvantage. And certainly you don't want to be the first one to certainly do that, as Miz has that barbed wire bat. Didn't work out in his favor. R-Truth takes down Berto, and now Logan Paul has the Miz, and he takes him down. And certainly Logan Paul would love to send a message to the Miz. So they had that tag team partnership briefly years and years ago. Logan Paul said he wanted to come up through the ranks legitly. Then after a while, it didn't really work that way, and certainly did whatever he wanted to do at that time with a nice big back suplex there to R-Truth. Now Logan Paul looking for a power bomb here. Referee getting torqued in bad positions there. There's a nice moonsault there from Logan Paul. I think R-Truth brought a guitar into the ring. That's very interesting here, because Montez Ford's able to kick out right there. And as this matchup goes on, ladies and gentlemen, we have what we talked about with those men's and women's matches. Tonight, we're going to see Natalya taking on Stephanie Vacure in the semifinals, as well as Ethan Page versus Braun Breaker, Chelsea Green versus Naomi, and Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov. Big matches in store for all of you tonight. I mean, this is honestly going to feel like a pay-per-view matchup as all. And someone just got busted open. I can't tell who that is. That might be Angel. I can't really tell at this moment. But I don't know. Look at Miz. He might have a broken nose. As Miz, I think he's trying to go over a DDT on the chair there. Oh, and he does. Oh, my goodness. He hit all of that as Angel misses in that missile drop kick. Miz looking to eliminate Theory. And could you imagine Theory? We would not hear the end of it if he gets eliminated, the very first one to get eliminated. And certainly, I think Seth Rollins, he wants these guys to walk out with a tag team championship. Anything off of that, it is going to be a failure in his eyes. Because here we go, Logan Paul again. Now he's using the ropes to his advantage. Luckily, Angelo Theory able to block it. And now, I think Theory ran into Logan Paul accidentally with the Miz, but it worked out in his favor at least a little bit here. Angel working on R-Truth here at ringside. You got steel chairs, barbed wire, baseball bats. You got a little bit of everything as Miz with a skull-crushing finale to Theory. Is that going to be our first elimination? No, 2.5. Miz cannot believe it, but as of right now, the matchup will continue. And now, Angel, he's taking off the top of the announce table. Angel might be looking to put R-Truth through the table. Miz now looking for an elimination on Logan Paul. Is this enough? No, just a 1 count. And obviously, in this matchup too, you've got to keep an eye on your tag team partner at times too. Because if you don't, it puts you at a disadvantage. As Austin Theory throwing him right into the tag team championships here at ringside. And Theory don't give a damn. It broke that table very quickly. It's now Theory looking to dominate R-Truth at ringside. And now Logan Paul's got I believe it was a water bottle, and he's connecting. Now Berto with a nice moonsault from the top rope. That was absolutely terrific. And now Berto looking to slowly but surely decimate Montez Ford. He's going to turn it into a submission hold here. Will Montez Ford have to tap out? Middle of the ring. Dawkins right there to save the day. Matchup will continue, at least for one of those gentlemen momentarily. Miz and Logan Paul going at it. You got Angel trying to get involved as well. Uh-oh. R-Truth's got a light bulb. This ain't going to end well for someone as the Angel Clippers there from Angel Garza. Oh, and Dawkins looking for that frog splash into a DDT. That certainly helps out. Running knee. Ford now with a pinfall. Is this enough? No. Very close to a 2 count. And now Miz dealing with Montez Ford. That DDT just impaled Berto. And now Montez Ford looking to take out anyone and everybody involved here. Oh, that spinning corkscrew. Spinning corkscrew puts Montez Ford on its back. Now Berto looking to go after R-Truth. Truth gets hit with a moonsault. And R-Truth doing the veteran thing, rolling out of the ring, realizing, that he was in trouble. And now Berto looking for a Mexican destroyer. He impales the Miz. But now Logan Paul looking to eliminate Berto. 1, 2. Angel saves the day. Berto could have very well been put away there, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta be at the right place at the right time, ladies and gentlemen. Into the pinfall. Will this be enough to eliminate Angel? It will not. And who is going to get that first elimination? Key situations. This is where you have to be. Logan Paul. He's going to go high risk there. Now Theory going to use the ropes to his advantage. Will Montez Ford be partnerless? At least not at the moment, as now Theory has him up and has him down. Angel Garza almost eliminating Logan Paul. Who is going to be put away tonight? Angel with a Hurricane Rana takedown there. Was that like an F5 from Logan Paul? That might be elimination here. 2. No, just a 1. I thought that was at least a 2. Was not. And now we will continue as, oh goodness, Dawkins with a nice 5-star frog splash into the pinfall. 2. No, again. Holy mackerel, man. These guys are just putting each other to work. You really got to earn it tonight. That's what you want to see in these types of matches, ladies and gentlemen. You got to earn it. Logan Paul with a nice reverse slam. Takes down Truth. Dawkins with a silencer to Angel Garza. And now we'll look to take out his tag team partner now. If I'm Dawkins, I go back to Angel and try to go for the pinfall. Go for an elimination here. The more that you kind of take your time with situations, it won't work out as Logan Paul lands on that barbed wire baseball bat. Big takedown there from Truth. Into the pinfall from Truth. Will this be enough for an elimination on Angel? No, it will not. Just when you think with these bigger maneuvers, ladies and gentlemen, you might think it might be enough, but just again, over and over again, it's just these guys got to work harder and harder. Our Truth hitting that top rope there. Logan Paul looking for an elimination. And oh, that was closer. Very, very close. And right now, it's not one-sided whatsoever. Obviously, there's 4 different teams, but when I say that, it doesn't seem like one team is dominating the other as Miz connects with a nice sit-out powerbomb. Logan Paul with an impressive maneuver there to Berto. First elimination coming your way, possibly. 2, 3 it is. Berto has been eliminated. Now that leaves Angel all by himself. It does not mean that Angel can't come back and win this for his team, but certainly Berto, he's really feeling it. He may not be on Monday Night Raw for a while as Angel hits Theory with the Tag Team Championships, and that might be the closest Angel Garza gets to the World Tag Team titles. Obviously, he's a former NXT Tag Team Champion with Berto, but you know, again, that's NXT. This is Monday Night Raw. Especially more eyes, especially on Netflix, is Angel Dawkins bringing the fight to Logan Paul, looking for a good combination. Logan Paul surviving against the Street Profits at the moment, but he gets hit with that jumping knee strike. Again, Logan Paul, he's not a veteran in this business, but he's doing things that is kind of saying like, hey, you know, if you watch for the very first time, you might think this man's been around for a long time. And now Dawkins looking to go high risk, high reward. Could this be the moment Dawkins needs? Could be a possible elimination. It's a nice flying clothesline turns Logan Paul inside out. Is now Theory. If you look at Theory, he looks like he has gone through hell and back. As Montez Ford from the heavens. What a frog splash. Double pinfall attempt. It looks like we're going towards the Logan Paul pinfall, and Logan Paul is barely surviving. That very well could have been a 3, as Angel connects with a code breaker at ringside. And now Montez going after Theory, saving Angelo Dawkins' tag team partner. And now Paul will look to go after Montez here. Back and forth we go. Nice over the head suplex as Miz tosses Angel back inside the ring. And, you know, maybe from these tag teams, maybe you go after Angel of Legado del Fantasma if you can here. Get that last elimination, so then you can just focus on these other guys. And now Theory was looking for something, and everyone kind of got involved there, and it kind of just screws yourself up here in key situations as Angel looking for a submission on R-Truth, and everyone's breaking it up surprisingly. I don't know if it's because of the respect they have on R-Truth or they want to eliminate R-Truth. But that is a big frog splash, and that could be a big elimination. R-Truth is in trouble. 2, 3. R-Truth has been eliminated. That leaves the Miz of Awesome Truth left. So you have Angel and the Miz going to have to come from behind to survive the festivities if they want to walk out with those World Tag Team Championships. Dawkins with a brutal powerbomb there at ringside. Everyone's here on this other side, the opposite of the camera, watching everything go down. As Miz fighting off Dawkins. R-Truth trying to get the heck out of Dodge here. Maybe he could try and save his tag team partner if he can in these situations. As now Dawkins looking to go after Angel here. And honestly, let's say maybe it would be the best idea. Is Logan Paul, big time suplex. And now we saw this plenty on the last edition of Friday Night SmackDown when Liv Morgan would only connect with the three amigos multiple times. That's really what won her the matchup as Dawkins breaks up the potential pinfall attempt. Logan Paul misses wildly, and now Dawkins will look to go after Logan Paul. A-Town down to Montez Ford into the pinfall. Is this enough? Yes, it is. Ford has been eliminated. Dawkins, I'm not sure what he was doing as far as he didn't try to break that up. With a skull-crushing finale to Theory. Dawkins is trying to eliminate somebody there, but Angel survives. So you got Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Everyone else, I believe, is in singles here. So the Vision might be becoming tag team champions here, possibly. So just going to be the right place at the right time. Is that one lucky punch from Logan Paul. And now Paul has his hands on the World Tag Team Championships. Now Miz not going to allow that to happen. But Miz gets hit with a brutal maneuver. We might see ourselves an elimination of the Miz. No, but Miz stays in it. The veteran, the wily Miz stays in this matchup. As now Logan Paul, frog splash to Angel. Will Angel Garza stay alive here? 2, 3. Angel has been eliminated. Legado del Fantasma will no longer be in the running for the Tag Team Championships. So now that leaves Miz and Angelo Dawkins. Logan Paul, frog splash, but Miz got the knees up. Got the knees up, but somehow Logan Paul is surviving everything going on in this matchup. Theory and Logan Paul working great as a tag team right now. You can see the welts brewing, though, on every man in this matchup. Oh goodness, the grazing blow of that tag team championship. And Logan Paul, if he focuses enough, he might be able to walk out champion here. But he is just whooping the Miz with that championship. Logan Paul was looking to signal the end was near there. As now Logan Paul, springboard. No, the moonsault misses. And now Theory looking to whoop Angelo Dawkins with that title thrown right here at ringside. The Vision, this is the Vision's possible win in the pocket here, but they got to work together here. As nice maneuver there from Austin Theory into the pinfall. Logan Paul, though, he's breaking up that pinfall attempt. I think he wants to be the one that eliminates. No, maybe not. I don't know, but the Vision is costing themselves this matchup. Roll through the middle rope into a super kick. The Vision right now are screwing themselves in the later part of this matchup as Miz looking for a skull-crushing finale. But Dawkins and Miz have to work together right now. You can't be doing what they're doing here. As Theory with a curb stomp. Curb stomp from Austin Theory. And now, looking to put away Dawkins for good. Down he goes, looking to eliminate him for good. 2, 3. Now, we're down to 2 teams. The Vision and Awesome Truth. Miz is going to have to get lucky here very quickly. Because both men are up on their feet, and they are going to look to pick the Miz apart here. It's going to be very tough to be even able to stop these men as the referee blocking them inadvertently. And now Logan Paul kind of playing it off here. A little twirling motion here. Unless Miz can pull out some veteran maneuvers, this is going to be new tag team champions. They'll be going to the Vision. Logan Paul taking it right here to the Miz. Wait a minute. Miz with a power slam. He took down Logan Paul. This could be it. Miz might be able to do it, as now Theory has him up. No. Oh, man, I thought Miz might be able to do it. Logan Paul bringing the championship in. And now Theory. No, wait a minute. Here we go. Miz with a low blow. Low blow to Theory. Miz gonna go for the pinfall, but he should have went after Logan Paul. Theory is down now. Miz, oh, he just got whipped with that championship. Oh, this was the moment Miz needed. He had Theory out, but that championship really thrown at him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be it. 2, 3. And the Vision is the new World Tag Team Champions. One hell of a tag team matchup on display. The Vision almost screwed themselves at the end. Miz, he's the veteran that he is. He was almost able to squeak it out at times, but Logan Paul, Austin Theory working together as a unit in this Vision, and they hold their first tag team championships as a duo. And you could say they worked better than Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And, you know, that's saying something, but you know, Austin Theory does well in tag team action, and Logan Paul has been in a tag team as well. But ladies and gentlemen, they are your new tag team champions, and you know Seth Rollins is in the back there eating this up. He's got to be absolutely happy with these gentlemen coming up, stepping up for the team, and walking out as the top tag team here on Monday Night Raw. It is now the era of the Vision with those World Tag Team titles. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we shift over here on Monday Night Raw to the men's and women's King and Queen of the Ring semifinals. And here comes Natty. Natty making her way down to the ring. She's certainly going to have a tough test tonight as she takes on Stephanie Vakir here tonight in the semifinals. Whose moment is it going to be? Massive, massive moment. Tonight in the semifinals, they will look to go to next week's Raw finals. And obviously then it's going to be a slugfest. Absolute slugfest, ladies and gentlemen. And certainly with everything going on, we're going to have just so much going on, but at the Night of Champions, we will see the finals of that Queen of the Ring go down, as it will be obviously, you know, whoever it happens to be, who figure that out. Those two, one from the Raw side, one from the SmackDown side, go at it in the Queen of the Ring finals, and then that winner will go on to face the champion at SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is a 2-night event. First time ever here in series history. SummerSlam will be a 2-night event. More news once we get closer to SummerSlam, but one of the biggest events in Universe Mode history, SummerSlam is now a 2-night event. So a lot are going to be brewing, because we have obviously Night of Champions, which is going to lead us to Evolution, and then that is also going to lead us to right into SummerSlam. So, you know, these veterans, these young superstars that are looking to make a point in their careers, this is an excellent time to do just that. And right now you got a veteran in Natalya taking on Stephanie Vakir. What a match we are about to see. Referee rings the bell. Big kick early on. Stephanie Vakir kind of seemed like she maybe tried grabbing Natalya a little earlier there, but once again, brutal tag team match we just witnessed. You can see the ramifications. You can see the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that match on the mat inside the ring, and then also outside of the ring. But congratulations once again to Austin Theory, Logan Paul. You don't gotta like how they did it in the terms of, you know, being part of Seth Rollins' crew here, but you gotta respect the hard work ethic of not just them, but all of those tag teams involved. As Stephanie Vacure and Natalya go back and forth here. Nice reversal from Natty. Natty wants to be taken more seriously. She believes that everyone just kind of looked as just another veteran, another number on the roster, but she's kind of taken that more as motivation now and working even harder in the Hart family dungeon, and now looking to obviously win the Queen of the Ring match. I mean, certainly that would do wonders for her. As a big basement drop kick right to the face of Stephanie Vacure. And for Natalya, she's been pretty sharp in this matchup so far, and certainly she doesn't want to lose to a newcomer like Stephanie Vacure. Obviously, Stephanie Vacure wasn't too bad there in NXT. You could say that Julia was better than her, but Julia and Stephanie, they worked well as a tag team. Ultimately, losing the tag team championships, Julia then would turn on her, and eventually we'd see a match between both of them. As here we go, Devil's Kiss here at ringside. Why not? It's a big semifinals matchup. Why not pull out the Devil's Kiss? Why not? Certainly, it's like I said, in a pivotal moment, the biggest of stars perform in the biggest of lights and the biggest of moments. And certainly, if you're able to do that, good for you. And obviously, that's going to get you more championships, more money, more everything. As now Natalya almost able to hit that discus clothesline, but not able to connect. With Stephanie Vacure, she's taking her sweet time, trying to get the crowd behind her, and that's ultimately going to cost her here. As now Natty going to look to go to work. She's working on that head and neck area. Obviously, Natty so good at that submission game. She can work those legs, work those arms. She can pull out anything out of her repertoire to pull out submission holds, a little bit of everything along the way. As a hard Irish whip into the corner, Stephanie Vacure going to look to go to work here. Ooh, big strike takes down Natty, and now Stephanie Vacure trying to decide what she wants to do. Double knees runs right through Natalya, but it certainly did some damage to herself. Now Stephanie Vacure from the top rope. The corkscrew maneuver from the top rope. Is that enough? 2. No, 2.5. Very, very close, but Stephanie Vacure's got to do a little bit more if she wants to take down the veteran Natty in this key moment. Stephanie Vacure missile crossbody. That springboard crossbody turned her inside out. And now Stephanie Vacure, she's thinking about it one more time from the top rope district. This is do or die for Stephanie Vacure. Oh, what a flying forearm. But now look at Natalya, right back up to her feet. She's using the energy of the crowd as pure adrenaline, but she's about to eat the Devil's Kiss in the middle of the ring. Look at this maneuver. Booker T's got to be going crazy over that maneuver, as now Stephanie Vacure maybe looking to put the final piece of the puzzle together in this matchup. As now Stephanie, she was looking to hit. I think Natty was trying to block it. Stephanie Vacure blocked it herself. Now for Stephanie, she's wasting some time here. Tells Natty to get up to her feet. What is she thinking about doing in this moment? Stephanie Vacure with a nice springboard crossbody. And now Vacure from the top rope district. Looking for another corkscrew in the air. The second time it has connected. That has to be it, right? 1, 2. No, again, Natty kicking out. That is the second time in this matchup Stephanie has connected with that, and somehow Natty has been able to kick out of it. I don't know how much more you can sustain in a matchup like that. Eat defeat from Stephanie, though. That certainly could be another knockout blow. But again, Natalya, she doesn't know where she's at. She is eating a lot of damage, less moments, and what a strike from Stephanie to Natty. Holy crap. Early on, it was all Natalya, but right now, Stephanie Vacure has been on a freaking mission. And if this is what we see from Stephanie Vacure for a long time, you could very well see her dominating the ranks here on Monday Night Raw for a very, very long time. Holy mackerel. We knew she was special in NXT, ladies and gentlemen, but now it seems like right now she continues to wrestle like she's doing right now. She's going to be a main fixture here in WWE for a long time. Went for that that springboard crossbody one too many times, and now Natalya is going to look to make her to pay here. Oh no, look at this submission hold here. Just wrenching it in, nowhere to go, middle of this ring. But Stephanie Vacquier able to get out of it momentarily. And now a back suplex folds her in half. And now Stephanie again gonna go to the top rope district. What is she thinking? Flying crossbody. Natalya thought she did enough to roll out the ring and try to throw her off, but again, something in the head of Stephanie Vacquier has awoken, and she is taking it to Natalya right now. And now Stephanie gonna look to toss her back inside the ring. Nope, maybe not. Gonna try to do more damage. Excuse me. And this is a great moment to do that, as now Stephanie Vacquier springboard. Oh, springboard crossbody move misses there. I think she just slipped there. Bad opportunity there from Stephanie, as she gets folded with that German suplex. Is that enough for Natty to advance? No. Gonna have to do a little bit more damage. And now Natty, this is where Natty has to slow down Stephanie Vacquier. She has to maybe do some more submissions, maybe, you know, just something unprecedented at this moment, because right now Stephanie feels like done everything in her playbook to take it to Natty right now. And now Natty from behind, another German suplex. And now here comes Natty looking to do some more damage to Stephanie, but Stephanie's like, heck no, not going to allow that to happen. And she's like, I'm going to take you to Suplex City. All to go to the finals next week here on Monday Night Raw. Will it be Stephanie? Will it be Natty? Pivotal moment in both of these women's careers. You have Natalya, who has been in this business for a very, very long time. And then you have a young lady like Stephanie Vacquier, who has had to sacrifice a lot of things in her career to even get to this point. And oh, wait a minute, Stephanie. She's pointing at Natalya to get up to her feet. This ain't going to end well for one of these ladies. Oh, she's going for that flying forearm, and Natty saw it coming. Oh, the discus clothesline connects to Stephanie Vacquier. This might be what Natty needs right now. If she can get Stephanie in the ring, we might see Natalya going to the finals next week. This might be the biggest win in the career of Natalya. And that's saying something with them all. Championships she's won in her career. It's a nice DDT. Turns Natalya inside out. Just spiked her on her head. And now Stephanie Vacquier looking for another corkscrew in the air. And she connects this time. 1, 2, 3. Stephanie Vacquier is going to the finals of the Monday Night Raw finals next week. And certainly Stephanie Vacquier, she put on a show tonight. She's able to survive Natalya in those later moments and showed you guys what is going to be the future of her in WWE. If she performs like that every single night, Stephanie Vacquier is going to be a difficult woman to put down. But up next, we go to the men's division as Ethan Page takes on Braun Breaker. And just trying to recuperate. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't ask for a better couple matches here. Feels like a pay-per-view of a lifetime here tonight. And now, we'll see how the men's division can fare, as we have Ethan Page, a man that has targeted Randy Orton and even survived last week when Ethan Page and The Miz were in action recently here on Monday Night Raw. Ethan Page defeating The Miz, even though Randy Orton was trying to play some distraction at ringside. So Ethan Page and Randy Orton seems like they are going to be on a collision course. But now the question is, with everything going on between these two, is Orton going to try to get involved once again? And if you're Randy Orton, do you allow Ethan Page, this young superstar that came from NXT, do you allow him to quote-unquote get his moment, or do you ruin his moment? Because sooner rather than later, Ethan Page is going to have to face Randy Orton. And we're going to have to wait and see how that fares out, ladies and gentlemen. But now, Ethan Page, he has to focus with this vision, and that is Braun Breaker, who recently had to take over for Jacob Fatu. Last week, Jacob Fatu was in a gauntlet matchup. Well, it was scheduled to be a gauntlet matchup, then it turned into a Bloodline Rules matchup where he was able to find some friends to help him walk out victorious. So that means he's going to be facing off with Solo Sikoa live there at Night of Champions. But in the process, Jacob Fatu, he was in the King of the Ring tournament. Well, Solo Sikoa beat him down backstage, and Fatu was taken to the hospital. So, the one that replaced him was the good old badass Braun Breaker. Breaker survived Carmelo Hayes last week, and now he gets the opportunity in the semifinals to make it to the finals and looking to take on all ego Ethan Page. But now, it's all going to be about the numbers game, ladies and gentlemen. Bronson Reed's going to be here at ringside with badass Braun Breaker. Like we said, both of these men have held championships. Braun Breaker, former NXT champion, former WWE champion. Bronson Reed, former $1 Million champion. So certainly this man knows about winning the big championships here in WWE. But let's go ahead and see how this goes. Ethan Page, the badass Braun Breaker. Let's see how it gets going. And referee rings the bell, and Breaker coming out like a unleashed dog coming right after you. We're going to take a big bite out of Ethan Page. And now Ethan Page, he's looking to slow down Braun Breaker. Oh goodness, what a cheap shot there from Ethan Page. But certainly in this matchup, Ethan Page, he's going to do everything in his power to walk out victorious. Same with Braun Breaker. These guys don't give a damn about the rules, and certainly whatever they got to do to walk out victorious. And right now, Ethan Page, Braun Breaker, the winner of this matchup, will take on the winner of Gunther and Ilya Dragunov next week on Monday Night Raw. And to quickly talk about that matchup, Ilya Dragunov, he was part of the last King of the Ring opportunity that we saw Raw and SmackDown go at it. Last one we saw was Solo Sikoa versus Ilya Dragunov, and Solo Sikoa narrowly escaped Ilya Dragunov. So this could be a big moment for Ilya Dragunov to redeem himself this time around, depending on obviously what the outlook looks like for both sides. Yes, right now Ethan Page is in control right now, as there is a steel chair involved. Hopefully John Cone will get rid of it, and he will. Big boot there from All Ego Ethan Page. And going back to what I was mentioning about Randy Orton, Randy Orton can allow Ethan Page to maybe focus on what he's doing right now, but obviously Orton's not too happy about losing that champion versus champion matchup just a number of weeks ago here on Monday Night Raw, because Ethan Page got involved. Well, in that matchup too, Sami Zayn got involved in that matchup as well. Obviously, something kind of brewing between Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh, nice code breaker from Page. But something's definitely brewing between Mr. Money in the Bank, Sami Zayn, and the World Heavyweight Champion, LA Knight. We'll see how that's all going to pan out, as Ethan Page just really working on Breaker right now. Breaker struggling, but you could say the same thing about Breaker last week against Carmelo Hayes. And look at Breaker was absolutely struggling, and then all of a sudden Breaker turned it around, and Breaker walked out victorious. So you just never can count out a man who's a former WWE champion, former NXT champion, a man that has faced top-tier talent his whole career. And now Ethan Page looking to make an example here out of the badass as a big back suplex. And Ethan Page, he's not backing down from this fight. The more experienced superstar in this matchup is Ethan Page. Breaker in a bad position, but he's going to be able to fight himself out of this position. Uh-oh, looking for a military press slam. Ethan Page with the roll-up, but obviously this is not a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we go back to the women's division. It will be Chelsea Green versus Naomi, one-on-one. The winner of that matchup will go to the finals next week here on Monday Night Raw and take on Stephanie Vaquero. As Ethan Page, nice power maneuver there to the badass. And, you know, it's not many superstars that are, you know, would say are on the aggressive side of taking on Braun Breaker. But Ethan Page, he's a ballsy man. He is, like you said, all ego. He does not give a damn. He's highly confident in what he can accomplish. Is now Breaker swinging. Oh, nice DDT. Spikes Ethan Page there. And this is where Breaker has to stay on him. He calls himself the future of this business, and he certainly is. You know, we got that little taste of him being WWE champion for a little bit before losing it to John Cena last year. And now Breaker signaling the end is near, but Ethan Page with a twist of ego right there to Braun Breaker. 2.5. The matchup will continue. This is where Ethan Page has to continue here. You cannot give Breaker any time to recuperate, or it could be a long night for yourself for sure. As Breaker bounces his head off that top turnbuckle. Breaker has him in position. Oh, look at this. Breaker looking to make it look so easy. The Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Breaker certainly a badass. Now Breaker with a rebound over the head suplex. And now Breaker, signaling the end is near, looking to connect with a spear. That close, but it connects. Highly effective and explosive. Is that enough? 2. No, 2.5. Ethan Page continuing to fight a little bit. Obviously, Breaker he's done some damage, but Breaker's got to realize he's got to do more and more the more you go on, especially in the main event light here on Raw. It's dodged there, but Breaker able to still stay ahead of Ethan Page in this matchup. Bronson Reed getting involved here. Referee might call for a disqualification if Bronson Reed gets himself too involved in this matchup. Big dodge there from Ethan Page. But now Breaker, nice flying shoulder tackle. And Breaker's all fired up. And now he thinks he's going to steal a victory here. But a strong 1 count. Look at Breaker. He looks like he's in shock there. He's surprised. And now a little bit of a back and forth situation between Ethan Page and Braun Breaker. In the later stages of this matchup, who wants it more? Who wants to go to the finals of this tournament? Both men striking back and forth, bruise for bruise. And Ethan Page gets the upper hand. And now Bronson Reed getting involved here. Ethan Page not really taking too kindly of the interference by Bronson Reed. And now Breaker from behind looking to capitalize on the brief distraction. And look at Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed pulling him out. And referee, he's going to toss him. Yes, he does. Thankfully, getting him out of here. And that flying elbow strike. Or shoulder, I should say. Bronson Reed has been thrown out. And now we are down to a simple one-on-one contest, ladies and gentlemen. This is where both of these superstars have to dig down deep. They are putting on a clinic, but right now, nice belly to belly. And Breaker didn't necessarily need Bronson Reed at ringside, but if it sure as hell was going to help him, he'll gladly do it. As now Breaker, oh no, oh goodness, look at these forearms right to the back of the neck. Those could be the knockout blows Braun Breaker needs to get to the finals. It was supposed to be Jacob Fatu and Carmelo Hayes. It didn't turn out that way, unfortunately. Braun Breaker earned himself this opportunity by knocking off Carmelo Hayes. Adam Pearce giving him this position. And, you know, Adam Pearce didn't have to give it to him, but certainly he let him earn it. There's a all ego, backing down Braun Breaker there a little bit. Oh, nice code breaker there from Ethan Page. Desperately needed that. And now Ethan Page with a nice power slam right next to our announce table here in Bloomington. And if you're Ethan Page, you got to go for the pinfall here, my man. Breaker is nowhere to be seen right now. But now, actually, Ethan Page, he might be looking to end this matchup right here, right now. Ethan Page looking to put him up for that crucifix slam. Ethan Page with a release crucifix into the pinfall. Is Ethan Page going to the finals? 2. No, Breaker kicks out. Ethan Page, he's got to be frustrated. He feels like those blows at ringside were going to be it. I certainly thought it was going to be. I didn't realize how much more Breaker had left in the tank. Oh, big boot to the ribs there. That certainly will help out Breaker. Almost like a stun maneuver there. Back and forth you go. And now Ethan Page. What is he thinking about? Maybe a power bomb here, maybe. Nope. Looking for some good old-fashioned snake eyes. Bam! Right there on that top rope. And now Ethan Page, he does not give a damn about Breaker. He's just choking the life out of him. Look at John Cone. He's like, you need to get off of him. And no, there you go. Big trip there from Breaker. Breaker looking to steal one. Ethan Page wasn't expecting that possum attack there. Now Breaker has to figure out something. What can he do to put down all ego Ethan Page here? And now has the arms hooked. Oh, nice power slam. Uh-oh. Here we go. Looking for another spear in this matchup. Bam! Another explosive spear. Is that enough to advance? Yeah. Oh my God. That was 2.999. Breaker almost had him. I thought that was going to be it. How much more? Both men just putting on a clinic. Twisted ego to Braun Breaker. Is that the knockout punch? 1, 2, 3. No. I thought that was 3 as well. How in the heck are these guys able to still be walking at this moment, man? And they just, oh goodness, this match is hard to call just in the terms of just with what they've been taking in this matchup. It's a nice simple back suplex there to Breaker. Both men, you see the welts on the back, on their faces, everything. I'm surprised we haven't seen any blood in this matchup, but certainly it might come soon. But probably the reason why Breaker is still in this matchup, you got to give it to Bronson Reed, who's got thrown out a couple minutes ago after pulling Ethan Page out of the ring. And, you know, you might give crap to Ethan Page about how he acts, but he's backing it up. He's staying with one of the top tier talent in WWE, who's a big star here, and that being Braun Breaker. Oh, throws him down to the other side of the arena. And look at those welts on Ethan Page. He's feeling it for sure. As now Breaker with a nice reversal and connecting with his own strikes there. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Chelsea Green and Naomi. Once these guys get done beating the absolute tar out of each other. Oh, right into that LED post. He's going to be feeling that one for sure. Breaker from the top rope. I don't know if this is a good idea, but Breaker does not give a damn about my opinion. Breaker with an axe handle takes down Ethan Page. And now the straps are down. Does that mean Breaker's going to put this match away? And no, Ethan Page, he is cool, calm, and collected in this big matchup. And talking about big time matchups, we got ourselves one hell of a main event for you. Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar winner is going to Night of Champions to face off with LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship, as Breaker getting his face rubbed on that mat there. Certainly you might think it's forgiving, but it is certainly not. As Ethan Page trying to figure out what he wants to do here at ringside, and good old-fashioned Code Breaker helps him out there. Breaker's got to be able to fight out of this right now if he plans on getting any further here in this tournament. As both men trying to decide what they want to do. They're going to go back inside the ring here as Breaker stuns Ethan Page a little bit there. And now Breaker, pump up spear! Pump up spear! That has to be it. 1, 2, 3. No! Ethan Page kicked out of it. Even a pump up spear. Ethan Page somehow stays in it. How in the heck? And now Ethan Page with a kick to the head. That could be a knockout blow. Simple and effective. No! Braun Breaker kicks out at the last second too. Holy mackerel, man. And now Ethan Page, if he hits this is game, set, match over. Looking for the crucifix. Release slam. And that should be all she wrote. Ethan Page is going to the finals. Yes, he is. Big win over Braun Breaker. Biggest win for Ethan Page, and that's saying something for a former NXT champion. All ego gets it done tonight against the Vision's Braun Breaker. Doesn't go the way that the Vision sought, but Braun Breaker was lucky enough to be in that tournament anyway. But now we shift gears back to the women's division. We are now going to see Chelsea Green of the Secret Hervis taking on Naomi. Certainly for both of these women, they competed a couple weeks ago here on Monday Night Raw. Chelsea Green was in action. She beat Zoe Stark, as well as Naomi. She was in action. She defeated, Tiffany Stratton. So big moment here for both women here to get to that main event spotlight. We just witnessed this main event between Ethan Page and Braun Breaker. And when I say main event, I mean it felt like a main event match. And we're going to see how this is fair. This thing is, though, this is a numbers game now for Chelsea Green against Naomi. And obviously Braun Breaker couldn't have Bronson Reed in there any longer, or very well could have been in the way, or could have helped out Braun Breaker winning that matchup. But Ethan Page was just better in those key situations. And now it is time to proceed with caution with Naomi. Like we said, she picked up a big win a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, and now she will look to continue that stride in her career right now. 2026 could be the year of Naomi if she proceeds with caution, if the rest of the roster proceeds with caution against her. Naomi looking a whole lot different compared to years past. And she's certainly going to have to use that confidence that is brewing inside of her to take down the Secret Hervis tonight. The winner of this match will go on to the finals in next week's Monday Night Raw Queen of the Ring Finals. This is going to be a tough test for both of these women. Naomi, a former SmackDown Women's Champion, former United States Champion, will look to add Queen of the Ring, but she's got to take it one step at a time and defeat Chelsea Green tonight. Referee ringing the bell, Charles Robinson, veteran referee, as both these women talking some trash. And here we go. Both these women looking to send a message here. Back and forth we go. Chelsea Green not backing down. Naomi's not backing down. Both women want to win this Queen of the Ring tournament. Tegan Knox, one of the winners of the Queen of the Ring in our history here in Universe mode. Chelsea Green would love to add her name, and so would Naomi. Back and forth we go. If I was Naomi, I wouldn't, or I should say if I'm Chelsea Green, I wouldn't want to get in a striking fest with Naomi, but she does not give a damn either. Sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone, especially with Naomi being a main event talent here on Monday Night Raw. Chelsea Green is trying to get herself up to that position. One hell of a talent is Chelsea Green, but she's got to be able to realize that. And she certainly very well could get there, especially with Piper and Elbow Fire along the way. And Naomi with a nice snap suplex into the pinfall combination. But no, not even a 1 count. Going for that flying, jumping clothesline. Did not work out in her favor. And now Naomi going to look to capitalize with a springboard crossbody. Turns Green inside out. But now Elbow Fire of the Secret Herbis getting involved. And Naomi saying, hey, worry about yourself before I have to make sure you proceed with caution. And now Green maybe looking for a submission hold here. Naomi. I thought maybe, just maybe, it might turn into a submission hold, but it turned into kind of just keeping Naomi down at that opportune time. And I think Chelsea Green and Naomi, they're certainly going to be in a uphill battle if one of them get to Stephanie Valkyrie next week. Because if Valkyrie continues to roll like she did today against Natalya, man, oh man, it is going to be tough to see anyone being able to beat her. As now, Naomi from the top rope. Chelsea Green is in trouble. Naomi from the top rope district. Flying crossbody, but Chelsea Green catches her. Chelsea Green with a nice scoop slam into the pinfall. Looking to put down Naomi. One. Not even a really close one. Just barely getting into it. It's a nice enziguri there from Naomi. Naomi slowly but surely keeping herself in this matchup despite being in the numbers game. And now Chelsea Green, what dastardly things does she have in store for Naomi? Chelsea Green from the top rope district. Big time suplex takes down Naomi. And now I'm just going to stomp away there briefly, looking to inflict some more pain. Especially after a big suplex like that just moments ago. I mean, sure, why the heck not? And now Chelsea Green from the top rope, or at least the middle rope there. Naomi's got to figure out something, or we're going to see a massive win for Chelsea Green. No, just a 1 count. And I think for Chelsea Green here, if she's able to knock off Naomi, I think that's going to be her biggest win of her whole entire career. A former world champion, former United States champion. So certainly if you're able to knock off some people that have some accolades to them, certainly that is going to do major things, as Naomi was trying to steal a victory there. Chelsea Green with a flatliner there takes down Naomi. Middle of the ring, pardon me. Chelsea Green now, what is she thinking about? I'm not sure what exactly she was trying to hit, but my only prediction is it could have been the unprettier, possibly, as Naomi with a nice spinning bulldog there. I don't think I've ever seen that type of maneuver. And now, I believe, nice split-legged maneuver. I thought the Alba Fire and Piper Niven were getting involved there, as now Naomi is waiting for Chelsea Green. Green getting up to her feet here. But nice reversal from Chelsea Green. Keeps herself in this matchup momentarily, and Chelsea Green trips her and takes her down. Simple and very, very effective. Chelsea Green going to the top rope district, looking to take down Naomi. Big elbow, but Naomi moves out the way. She saw her coming at the very last moment. And here comes Naomi building up some speed here. She's getting a little cocky here. This might cost her, as here she comes. Big jumping forearm. Luckily for her, it didn't cost her in that moment. Naomi. Oh, nice leg drop there. And now another leg drop, but no, Chelsea Green was able to move out the way. Can Chelsea Green capitalize? Big moment for both women here in the later stages of this matchup. Back and forth we go. But now Naomi with a nice back and forth strike. And if you're the Secret Service, do you try to get involved anymore? Because they realize she is in trouble as she gets spiked in the middle of that ring. Naomi with a pinfall. Is this enough? 2. No, last second kick out. And look at Naomi, the frustration. She believes that was going to be the knockout thing. Is a split-legged moonsault to Chelsea. That could be the knockout blow this time around. And it wasn't. That wasn't a 3. Wow. 2.999 right there. Right now, this is all Naomi's match to win at this moment. Chelsea Green has been lost. She does not know where the heck she is at. And Naomi with a nice running bulldog. And it seems like Naomi putting the cherry on top of the sundae, especially if she hits whatever she has in mind from the top rope. I think she's going for a flying DDT of sorts. Didn't work out. Chelsea Green hits her with that power slam, and now Chelsea Green will look to get back in this matchup. She's got to change up whatever her game plan was going into this matchup very quickly. And now Naomi stirring up to her feet. Chelsea Green now from behind, but again, Naomi reversed it a second time. Whatever Chelsea Green was thinking about doing, if it was an unprettier or something else, it has not worked out in the favor of Chelsea Green. And now another flatliner. Second time in this matchup, that's actually worked out for her. 2. Oh, that was close as well. Chelsea Green all fired up. She's very, very frustrated right now, as she should be. Naomi's been able to reverse her in key situations tonight, and now has her up looking for a power bomb. And what a brutal power bomb, especially in the middle of that ring like that. This is all to face Stephanie back here in the Raw Finals next week here. Big boot. Down goes Naomi to the outside. And that buys Chelsea Green some time. Now she's going to go out there at ringside. But hey, I was going to say if she could inflict some pain on Naomi, but it doesn't really look that way as she tosses her back inside of the ring. And Naomi feeling pretty great about herself in this situation. Naomi, here we go. Springboard, crossbody, takes down Chelsea Green. Both of these women are feeling the effects as Elba Fire getting involved in this matchup, yelling at Naomi. Naomi once again telling her to worry about herself here. And Chelsea Green stirring up to her feet here. Might be able to capitalize. Certainly some shenanigans going on. As what a maneuver there. Now Green with a nice facebuster DDT. Chelsea Green starting to flip the tide of sorts. Flipping that switch in this match. And now off the ropes. Oh, took way too long. And now Naomi may be able to capitalize. Looking for a springboard maneuver. Green a little bit faster in that exchange. Just when you thought Naomi might be able to walk out victorious, Chelsea Green has been able to keep herself in this matchup for the foreseeable time now. Who wants it more? Who wants to face off with Stephanie back here next week here? And now Naomi, tailbone maneuver, and then now she's going to turn it into a pinfall. Will this be it? 2, 3, no! Chelsea Green kicked out. Again, there's been multiple times throughout the night we've seen that. It is just tough sledding for the opponents tonight. And oh no, if she hits this is going to knock her out. Oh my goodness. That DDT, it's almost like a pile driver as well. And now again, Alba Fire, Piper Niven getting involved in this matchup. But Chelsea Green, she is out. She's out like a light. And wait a minute. The man, Women's World Champion Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch's music is hitting right now. And now, oh, Chelsea Green trying to stay in this matchup as much as possible and might be able to due to the help of Becky Lynch. And now Chelsea Green, is she going to be able to capitalize after a brief distraction? Could you imagine like this? Chelsea Green with a unpretty her to Naomi. Not like this. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, no, 2.5. Naomi stays in it. And certainly with Naomi blocking 2 potential finishers early in this matchup, it makes sense for Naomi to be able to kick out of that situation, but you just never know with those distractions in these matches. And now here comes Chelsea Green, big clothesline in the corner, into a bulldog, but Naomi pushes it away. Oh, going for, I thought it was going to be a rear view, but a nice reversal from Chelsea. And this matchup feels like a main event match once again. That's what you love to see. Big elbow to Naomi. Trying to do anything in her power to keep her down. 2. No, 2.5. Very, very close. And coming up after this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be seeing Gunther and Ilya Dragunov. If you thought these matches tonight were brutal, this next matchup is going to be very, very brutal, as Alba Fire getting involved, keeping Chelsea Green in this matchup as much as possible, as what she gets paid for, a part of the Secret Service. Now from behind, nice back suplex, folds Naomi, and now Green telling her to get up to her feet. What can Chelsea Green do? She's got to hit a big maneuver here if she wants to put away Naomi. But Naomi able to reverse, and now off the ropes. Nice Hurricane Rana. Turns her inside out. And you think this would be Naomi's match, honestly, at times. But again, it just... Chelsea Green somehow has been able to somehow keep herself in the matchup. And you got to thank the Secret Service as another unprettier pinfall attempt. Is this going to be it? 3, Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, due to the help of the Secret Service, is going to next week's Raw Finals. And you can also throw in the help of Becky Lynch, the Women's World Champion. If Naomi, I am absolutely livid. But a win is a win, and Chelsea Green, for her win, she gets Stephanie Vaquer next week here on Monday Night Raw in the finals. And that Secret Service is certainly all about the numbers. And now we move on for this great matchup we are about to see. Ilya Dragunov, Gunther, who goes on to the finals. One of these guys will go on and face off with Ethan Page. And probably a lot of people in the back thought Breakker would beat Ethan Page with how dangerous Braun Breakker is. But it doesn't matter how badass you are, or, if you're a second generational or a third generational superstar, whatever you happen to be in this business, you got to be able to wrestle in the middle of that ring. And Ethan Page showed he worked harder in this matchup to survive. Now, Ethan Page, whoever he gets, you could say is even a step more brutal than Braun Breakker. Ilya Dragunov thrives in painful moments. Same with Gunther. They both live off pain. And now we're going to see how painful it really is going to get tonight, live on Monday Night Raw. If you think that blood all over the ring right now is, a lot, we may see a lot more in this matchup. I guarantee both men's chests are going to be absolutely brutalized. For Ilya Dragunov, he's won some championships, former European champion here in the series. Gunther, former world heavyweight champion. and former U.S. champion as well, if I do remember correctly. So for Gunther, he's also won some big time matches in his career as well, but adding the King of the Ring to a list of big names in that career of Gunther certainly would do wonders. So the winners of the King of the Rings tournaments throughout the years: Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, and certainly you cannot forget about Solo Sikoa. 3 big wins right there. And then who is going to be next? Like we mentioned before, Ilya Dragunov came up short against Solo Sikoa in the last King of the Ring. Will Ilya Dragunov be able to even make it that far? He's got to be able to get through Gunther tonight and then Ethan Page next week, even if he gets that far. But both men, Dragunov, Gunther, this is the type of match you want to see. Just 2 absolute brutal superstars going at it to get to the finals of the Monday Night Raw King of the Ring. Here we go. You can feel the intensity in the air. You can cut it with a knife. They know they are going to be in for a wild ride tonight. And certainly, you kind of root for certain superstars that may have not gotten to that main event picture, may have not been able to win a world title or a WWE championship, whatever it may be. Obviously, it's hard enough to win a title here in WWE, but if you're able to win a King of the Ring tournament that can escalate your career for the better, turn it to the next big thing in WWE, it might be the time for you to do that, get that breakout moment, and it could just catapult your career to bigger and better things and be the quote-unquote next leader. And certainly maybe WWE will build around that certain superstar. You just never know what may happen. So certainly it's done wonders for Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa still figuring himself out. But, certainly there's a number of men and women on this roster that are in this matchup that, it could be their year. Certainly they want to have a big 2026. That very well could be their moment. As Dragunov working on that shoulder blade there. And if Dragunov can slow down Gunther enough to where he can't use his power maneuvers, this would be great. And Gunther can pull out that Kokita clutch. You got to be able to block that in key situations. So if you're able to, maybe work the back, work the legs and arms and stuff like that, he won't be able to really get a full submission hold on him. But obviously Gunther is more than just a Kokita clutch type of superstar. He can pull out those power bombs out of nowhere. He has so many different things he could pull out. That's why he's one of the better superstars in all of professional wrestling. And, last time we saw Gunther, he was at NXT Vengeance Day taking on Cody Rhodes. That was when Gunther was briefly there in NXT, a part of that new draft that we had for about a month or so before we had that newer draft with newer superstars and everything. Gunther coming over here to Monday Night Raw, but certainly Gunther put on a hell of a match with Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what Gunther needed to do. Yes, he lost, but I think he gained a lot of confidence coming out of that match. And as you can see tonight, both sides have just been putting on great matches. Men, women, and obviously even the tag team divisions as well. We have new tag team champions after the Dudley Boys vacated them to officially join the TNA roster. Now you got the Visions, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. They are going to be your new World Tag Team Champions. And unfortunately for Breakker, just a little bit ago, losing to Ethan Page. So it won't be all Vision success tonight. And even Becky Lynch getting involved in the previous matchup between Naomi and Chelsea Green, helping Chelsea Green win that matchup. Just as much of a distraction to Naomi. And if I'm Naomi, I am pissed. Seriously, I'm already dealing with the numbers game at ringside. Why is Becky Lynch's music doing that? If I'm Becky Lynch, you might want to proceed with caution, but we'll see if that leads anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. But back and forth we go. It's a nice jumping clothesline out of nowhere there from Dragunov. And now Dragunov telling Mr. Gunther to get up to his feet here. Trying to decide what he wants to do. Another brutal stiff clothesline. Another pinfall opportunity. Can he walk out victorious? No. Dragunov is going to have to do a lot more if he wants to put away Gunther tonight, man. He's going to have to pull out all sorts of different maneuvers we have not seen him pull out. As Ilya Dragunov swinging, forearm misses as Gunther turns him inside out. He had that well scouted, and now Gunther is going to look to make him pay here. But Gunther gets met with an elbow, and now Dragunov, oh, another spinning maneuver, into his own clothesline. Gunther was not able to block it that time around, and now Dragunov all fired up here. And Ilya Dragunov. Oh, goodness, what a forearm blow right to the temple. And now that has busted open Gunther, the left eye socket area. He may have broken a socket there of Gunther. Is that the knockout blow? No, 2.5. You know, Gunther's one hell of a man, but you know, how much more can you take, especially getting busted wide open like that? We're about to find out. Oh, that may have just awoken up a Gunther in the middle of this matchup. 2. Oh, 2.5. That was pretty close. As Dragunov survives that brutal clothesline. And Gunther now with that drop kick. Did you see that? That turned Dragunov inside out. And Gunther not playing around anymore. He got his eye socket busted open. And now Gunther with a power bomb into the pinfall combination. 2. No. Dragunov with a strong kick out of that. Not many superstars kicking out of that maneuver. And now Gunther, not trying to waste too much time. Gunther with an elbow strike right to the chest area. And look at Dragunov. He able to roll out of the ring there, try to give himself some much needed break here. But Gunther, the brutal man that he is, he ain't going to allow that. As now Gunther, the tailbone right into that top of that barricade. And hopefully the referee there is keeping an eye out there in that eye socket there of Gunther there. Certainly Gunther is not going to want to quit this match, nor will he. But Gunther, obviously this is a semifinals match where they'll take you to the finals, but just obviously you want to live to fight another day. But Gunther, he wouldn't mind fighting somebody if he had one eye closed. And even with one eye closed, Gunther still would dominate 99% of this roster. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever it may be. And Gunther taking his sweet time, as you can see that left side of his face, that big cut there near the eye socket. And Dragunov may have just woken up the ring general, and certainly that is not what you want to do in this matchup. But maybe that's what Ilya wants to do. I don't know. It just really depends on the mindset of some of these superstars. Another pinfall opportunity for Gunther after that power slam. But no, 2.5. And Gunther kind of seasoned right now, realizing that not only is he tasting his own blood, but Dragunov is giving more than he can chew at this moment. He feels like Dragunov shouldn't be in this matchup any longer with him. Gunther now. That Kokita clutch. He's looking to make him tap out here, middle of that ring, and no, Dragunov could not survive it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, next week here on Monday Night Raw, Ethan Page and Gunther go at it in the Raw Finals. And this matchup just changed. As soon as Dragunov busted Gunther open, this matchup got flipped on its head, and Gunther walked out victorious. Now, we move to our main event of the evening. Seth freaking Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. Only one of them can go to the Night of Champions PLE, and obviously Paul Heyman knows both men very well. Paul Heyman, the former advocate for the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. Obviously Lesnar was out for a little bit before, he came back here, but obviously, Heyman was with Roman Reigns for a bit, and then coming out of WrestleMania, you saw Paul Heyman coming out with Seth frickin' Rollins after that whole, obviously, beat down of the division being introduced when Bronson Reed took out the likes of Roman Reigns. Bronson Reed took out Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker took out Roman Reigns. And that's when we come to find out about this vision. But now tonight, LA Knight, he gets to figure out who he is facing between two main event talents, Seth freaking Rollins or Brock Lesnar. Who is going to get the upper hand tonight? Who gets themselves a world championship opportunity? Mark Henry is on the shelf. He did get drafted back to Monday Night Raw, but Mark Henry is on the shelf right now. He is on the IL, and we do not know when we will see Mark Henry next. But business is about to pick up as Brock Lesnar is here. It is going to be Suplex City live here on Monday Night Raw. And there he is, Brock Lesnar. Looks like he is in phenomenal shape, man. One of the best to ever do it in the squared circle, just in terms of being one of the most dominant athletes in the middle of that ring. But we know how dangerous Seth Rollins can be, especially with this vision. His Breaker walking around this ring, really feeling himself right now. I don't see Rollins, which I don't blame him at this time, but Lesnar and Rollins, one of the biggest main events you are going to see all year. If you're LA Knight, obviously you're trying to deal with Sami Zayn and everything, but right now, this you got to keep your eyes focused on this matchup, because obviously that's who is going to be your next opponent in just a couple weeks' time. Between Rollins and LA Knight, both of those men are 1-1 against each other. Brock Lesnar and LA Knight have never gone up against each other, so we could see a first time ever matchup next week live there at Night of Champions. Here we go, Rollins, Lesnar. Let's see how brutal this matchup gets, and I'm curious to see how Paul Heyman will be in this matchup. How involved will he be in this matchup? Obviously, Paul Heyman knows Brock like the back of his hand, but this is a different Paul Heyman, obviously a different Brock Lesnar. But will Heyman get involved to help out will Heyman be the Oracle and help out Rollins, the visionary of this group? Or since Heyman knows Lesnar so well and they have that mutual understanding, you don't know where this is going to go, and hopefully we get an answer to this. But coming up after this main event matchup, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see a face-off between LA Knight and Sami Zayn. LA Knight wants to get face-to-face with Sami Zayn. He gets it tonight after the main event. LA Knight was not too happy about Sami Zayn interfering in that champion versus champion matchup, and obviously certainly getting involved and getting a little nosy. Yeah, Mr. Money in the Bank can do that, but it's probably getting to LA Knight having to deal with that. Nice reversal from Seth Rollins as the referee tosses that steel chair out of the ring. Rollins is a former world heavyweight champion there in 2005, or 2025, pardon me. And Brock Lesnar, he is a former WWE Universal Champion back in the day. But now, obviously, both men would love to get more championship gold around their waist. And Lesnar now, oh goodness, that left knee. That left knee is not going to be feeling too good. and for Lesnar, you know, obviously getting beaten down at WrestleMania, and obviously Lesnar having to deal with the likes of Mark Henry for a couple weeks as well, you know, is Lesnar, you know, back to 100%, because that is asking a lot for Lesnar to deal with, especially with those behemoths. As now Rollins, springboard, going for that knee strike. Lesnar now going to look to capitalize. No, hard Irish whip into the corner. Lesnar now, all fired up here. Oh, look at these knees, right to the ribs. Something like that, you easily could get some broken ribs from. As LA Knight watching this matchup, backstage area, watches Rollins with a pivotal reversal there. And, you know, question is there, when we saw Paul Heyman toss in some steel chairs and stuff, you know, is that for Seth Rollins to use, or is that for Brock to use? And obviously, if the referee sees it, you know, obviously there's a disqualification. So both men need to be careful. As Rollins with a pedigree, no, Brock with a reversal. Lesnar trying to maybe get him up to his feet. No. At least attempting to, maybe briefly, but he's like, nope, not going to have that. And look at that physique of Brock Lesnar. Just a beast that he is. The big spear takes him down to the outside. This is the type of matchup that, like I always say, you love to see the top tier talent going at it to really see who the better athlete is. And time for some good old suplex city here at ringside. Is he about to suplex him on that chair? Oh, no, his head hit that back of that chair. Definitely going to do some damage to the head and neck area there of Rollins. Lesnar has Rollins right where he wants him, and this could be Lesnar's match to win tonight. And now Heyman getting involved here. I was very curious about if we were going to see that tonight, and Heyman talking to him. You can't really see what he's saying, but right now, Seth Rollins getting back involved here. Roll through, looking to walk out victorious, but Heyman was trying to do everything for Rollins, and maybe he's going to be able to steal victory there. You just never know. And now Rollins, not sure what he was setting up. Lesnar got up pretty fast. I think Lesnar may have been thinking that Rollins was setting up for a possible curb stop. And now Rollins, stop! Running from the corner, different variation of a curb stomp there. 2, no, 2.5. Normally we see that stomp that's right next to his opponent not walking out like that, or we see it from the corner there. So definitely a different variation this year for Seth frickin' Rollins. It's a nice power slam there. And this is what Rollins needs to do. Bring the fight here to Lesnar. You can't allow him to get any type of not only momentum, but just be able to give himself time to recuperate. Especially, you know, Lesnar being a former UFC World Heavyweight Champion. You know, he's faced off with the best of the best in the UFC. He's faced off with the best of the best in WWE. So he knows what to expect. And no, he hasn't won every time, but he certainly knows what you get out of a Seth Rollins along the way, as Rollins is tossed back inside the ring. Lesnar trying to get the crowd behind him here live tonight in Bloomington. You know, Kimura lock. A Kimura to Seth frickin' Rollins. Rollins may have to tap out. His arm must not be long enough to grab that bottom rope, or he's deciding just not to grab it. And Rollins looks like he's able to slip out of it, but how much damage was done? Nice sling blade there from Rollins. Rollins knows the pace has to be upped right now. And now a roll through. Super kick hits flush there on Brock Lesnar. Now in the second rope, connects with a frog splash. Referee Referee dealing with that top turnbuckle that Paul Heyman was dealing with. And luckily for Lesnar, the matchup continues as now Rollins looking for a pedigree. And it connects this time around. Last time around it was blocked by Lesnar. And now Rollins. Is he thinking about another stomp here this time around? Kick to the midsection. Seth Rollins curb stomping Lesnar. That is the second time in this matchup. Pinfall. 2. Oh, so close to a 3. Rollins could taste a victory there, but no luck there as Rollins with a swanton springboard maneuver. Rollins, he's trying to hit Lesnar with everything that he possibly can right now at this opportunity. And you kind of have to when you're facing off with like a man like Brock Lesnar, who has such a pain tolerance here. And Lesnar going back to his early days here in WWE with this submission hold here over the top of his head. Rollins may have to tap out. He's nowhere to go. Referee is right there in position there. But look at Rollins, able to somehow get out of it. And Rollins wanting to have a striking battle with Brock Lesnar. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we're going to find out the results of it. Back and forth we go with a former UFC World Heavyweight Champion. Might lose some teeth, might break a nose, but Rollins is going to fight to the bitter end against Brock Lesnar here. Heyman trying to get involved here. And look at Lesnar. He's like, come on, bring the fight to me. No, look at this. Back and forth we go. Look at these punches to each other. And Rollins getting the upper hand here briefly, it looks like. Into a pump up. Wait a minute. It's going to be a pump up pedigree. No way. Pedigree to Lesnar. What a moment. Is that going to be enough to knock off Lesnar? 2. No, 2.5. Oh my goodness. A pump up pedigree. Catching Lesnar. What a moment. Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. And oh, goodness, big stomp there. Right to the face of Brock Lesnar. I knew this matchup was going to be brutal, as now looking for another pedigree, and it connects. With, I believe, the third time in this matchup. And if I'm Rollins, you gotta hurry up and get the Beast Incarnate in. Either you go for a pinfall quickly, or you stomp his ass again. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. No! Lesnar kicks out again. Oh, and into a nice drop kick. Rollins saves himself here. Because you never know how much longer you get that momentum, especially against Brock here. Rollins trying to keep him down as much as possible. But obviously, easier said than done. As Lesnar with a nice stomp. Or I should say a DDT of sorts there from Lesnar. But now, Heyman again getting involved in Lesnar, telling him to mind his own business. And we certainly know where the Vision's Oracle is at. He's all in the favor of Seth Rollins after what we've seen tonight. 2, 3, Rollins and LA Knight will have match number 3 live there at Night of Champions. What a matchup between Rollins and Brock Lesnar. And oh, look who it is. It's Braun Breaker. Brock Lesnar is now stirring up to his feet. Braun Breaker. Spear. Spear to Brock Lesnar. Rollins just defeated Brock Lesnar in a hell of a match where Rollins really took it to him towards the end of the matchup. But now it seems like the Vision is not done. Any competition that is going to be in the way for Seth Rollins on his way back to potentially getting that World Heavyweight Championship. They took out Mark Henry, and it seems like Brock Lesnar is that next man that they're going to focus on here. Brock Lesnar stirring up to his feet again. Braun Breaker Another spear. He speared right through Brock Lesnar. And just like that, Brock Lesnar has been taken out of the current situation momentarily. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after a horrific event, Brock Lesnar being speared a couple times in half by Braun Breaker of the Vision, we now head to LA Knight, the World Heavyweight Champion. He wanted to have a face-off with Sami Zayn, and it seems like that is what he's going to get. These two are going to go face-to-face, and this very well could get, hands-on. It could get physical here, depending on the mood of LA Knight. The thing is, for LA Knight, he needs to keep his composure, and he needs to keep Sami Zayn far away from that championship as much as possible, because now LA Knight has to focus on Seth Rollins on their upcoming matchup, because they go at it one more time live there at Night of Champions. And certainly, I believe actually LA Knight is 2-1, or Rollins is 2-1 against LA Knight, if I do recall correctly. So we'll see how this is going to fare. This is going to be a tough battle along the way. But now LA Knight out here, he's going to be ready to talk it out with Sami Zayn. And I guess we don't get to see LA Knight get to grab the microphone first, as there is Sami Zayn and that Money in the Bank briefcase. Sami Zayn can cash it anytime, any place, anywhere. LA Knight's going to get his face off, but he has to be careful in this situation, ladies and gentlemen, because if not, we could see a cash-in. And Sami Zayn could very well walk out with that World Heavyweight Championship. So if you're LA Knight, you got to kind of tame the flame that is Sami Zayn. Let me talk to you. Now, I've been thinking, every single week I come out here as World Heavyweight Champion, your champion, and somehow, some way, there's one guy who just cannot keep my name out of his mouth. And that guy is you, Sami Zayn. Now, don't get me wrong, Sami, I respect the hustle, the climb, but I don't respect is a guy walking around with a briefcase acting like he got a claim to my spotlight. You keep showing up in my business, you keep circling this title, so I gotta ask you something real simple. Sami, are you out here to support the champ, or are you out here to take a shot at the champ? First of all, you're not wrong. I have been out here. I have been in your business. And yeah, I do have this, the Money in the Bank briefcase. But let's not get it twisted into something it's not. I'm not sneaking around. I'm not hiding. I'm standing right here, face to face with you. You want to know why I keep showing up? It's because you're the World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't fight, scratch, and claw my way to this just to sit in the back and wait. Oh, so now we're getting somewhere. So what you're telling me is you're not here to watch, you're here to hunt. I'm here to prove something. Not just to you, not just to them, but to myself. I've been doubted my entire career. People said I've never going to get here. People said I couldn't be that guy. And now I got the one thing that guarantees me a shot. So yeah, LA, I'm in your business. Because sooner or later your business becomes my opportunity. Opportunity? Nah. Let me clear something up for you. This ain't no opportunity. This is the top of the mountain. And you don't just walk up here because you got a briefcase and a good story. You got to earn it. And if you think you're just going to stroll down here, cash that thing in, and take this from me, you're looking at a man who will drop you where you stand. Yeah. I wouldn't expect anything less. But don't get it twisted, LA. When I decide to cash this in, it won't be a sneak attack. It will be to your face, man to man, champion to challenger. Then do it. Cash in on me right here, right now. You're face to face, Sami. Do it right now. You want me to pull the trigger right here, right now, and make you lose that World Heavyweight Championship? Not tonight. But soon. You will know it. Like I said, face to face, man to man, I will tell you when I'm cashing in this Money in the Bank briefcase. You better make it your best shot, because when you miss, you don't get another chance. Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Both men, face to face, man to man, talking, got their face off all taken over. And if LA Knight's got to be careful along the way, certainly you got to trust Sami Zayn to an extent, but you got to think if Sami Zayn has a taken out target of LA Knight, Sami Zayn will cash in that briefcase, even if you have quote-unquote respect and you say you have integrity. But we'll see how this fares, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on Monday Night Raw, and hope you guys have a great rest of your night.